Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Eliza at Eliza Journals. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. So today I want to show you, well first, if you've seen my new planner system 2025 video, you already know that I've been looking for some paper to go in my A5. So I was super stoked, I was super geeked because yesterday I finally got the shipping notifications from Good Impressions, and they actually had some A6, no, I'm lying y'all, they actually had some personal size rings, Tomo River paper in 68 GSM, which I'm really excited because I really love Tomo River paper. And I know that Tomo River paper, mostly the standard GSM is like 52. So when I saw that they had a 68G, I was like, I'm definitely going to try this and order this. So I did order it in bulk. I probably ordered about 10 packs, and I think it was 80 sheets. It was 80 sheets per pack, which is really like 160 pages. And it was way cheaper than some of the websites that I've seen. So I just decided to take a chance, and when it gets here, we'll just do a review on that. So while I was doing that, I decided to order a couple things from Amazon, and for real this time, y'all, a couple things. So I did have to order another one of these because originally I thought 6 came in a pack for this. So I really thought 6 came in a pack, but it was only 5, and I must have misread the description. So I did order another set of top dividers for my A5 notebook. And sorry about the plastic glare. So y'all have already seen this, and I will still link this below in the description just in case anyone wants to go see. And I also have all my supplies and things like my essentials, my favorites, linked below in my Amazon storefront. So if you click on that, you can actually see all of my essentials, my favorites, my recommendations. And if you decide to purchase anything through my storefront, it's no extra cost to you. It's just a little commission for me for your purchase. And I will link my Amazon storefront below so you can just take a look around. Okay, so we're actually going to do some pen tests on these because I'm just curious to try the paper. So if you saw my last video of my new planner system 2025, you know that I did try some 100 GSM A5 graph paper. I liked it, but I didn't like it because I was not able to write on the back, and I want to be able to write on the back, and that helps to just conserve paper. So I found this, and this was, I think, 120 GSM, and this was on Amazon, but it seems like you can actually go to their website, which is handyforms.com, to, I guess, they just pretty much have their own website. You know, Amazon is just like the third party. So we're gonna try this today, pen test on this, and then these are my other tabs from my last video that I was also waiting for, because I ordered 2 sets of these. I realized that after I ordered the first set that I just wanted to go ahead and order another set of these because I actually made my own this year. I had made my own dividers, but I actually like the frosted look, so I actually just ordered another pack of these so that I could just be prepared when November comes for me to set up, you know, my rings. And then of course they come with month headers and functional stickers as well you can put on them, but I probably will use these. I just don't know how I'm going to use them yet. So that's what this is. So the 2 things, and then the 2 things we're going to do pen test on is this 100 GSM, and this is actually graph paper. It's like a gray print, And it looked, I don't know, y'all. I can't even describe how I thought it was going to be when it actually came. I just thought it was going to look differently. But I'm actually going to open this one. This would have been for my personal. So I had already ordered this one before I ordered the personal graph paper from Good Ink Press. So I just decided to I'll just keep it in. It could be like scrap paper or something. I don't know. Y'all, why did I take out the whole thing? My mind is just in too many places. Okay, so we only need one piece. So we're gonna try this one first. It just, if y'all see that, it's like, it's so gritty. I'm trying to get that focus. Okay, I had to take it off like autofocus. So if y'all could see that, it's so gritty. I literally could barely tell like where the line. I don't like these. I can already tell you right now I don't like these, but I would do the pen test with these just to see how they absorb the inks. Okay, so let's try this first. I'll move this out of the way, and I'm going to use my pencil board underneath. And we're going to start with the Lamy Safari Savannah Green. This is a fine nib. And the color that I had in this was Diatramentis Document Green Gray. So I'm really just going to swatch it and then write the name of the pen. So my impression of the paper is that the paper is actually pretty. The paper is actually lovely. I love the aesthetic of the paper, but I'm going to say that I don't like how gridded it is. It has way too many lines. And I really can't see where the next line is. So this is a Wordsworth in black fountain pen, and it is a medium nib. And I would say if you like gridded paper like this, go for it. And the retail price, I think this was actually only like $8.95 to be honest, but I would definitely link this in my Amazon storefront so you could just take a look at it and see how you like it. So this is a Jinhao 86. This pen has literally like a needlepoint nib. And I'm sorry, and this color is Colorverse Haho Mask. And in this pen, you have J. Urban Ombre de Bermani. So this is Jinhao 86. So the Jinhao writes very slick on this paper. Like very, very slick on the paper. Almost like it has no grip on the paper. It's like you're skating across ice. Okay, this is a Benu Vodka on the Rocks, and the color in this is Robert Oster Honeybee, in which the Jinhao 86 with the color J. Urban Ombre de Bermani is similar to the Honeybee. So, Benu. So, it doesn't really write well with these two pens. It's very slick. Like, it doesn't write well at all. It's like the nib slides across the paper, almost like as if it's a glossy paper. So this is a TWSBI Sapphire Demonstrator, and the nib is an extra fine. And y'all, I have no idea what ink is in this pen. Oh my gosh, I have no idea what ink is in here. So forgive me, y'all, because I only wrote with this like twice since I inked it up, and that was like last month. So the TWSBI writes okay. It doesn't glide across the paper as the Benu and the Jinhao. Okay, so I'm back. It was really bothering me to not let you know what color this was. The color that is in here, this is the Sailor Munyo Shirakashi. I just could not get over y'all not knowing what this color was. It's pretty much like a green. If you can see that, it's like a dark olive green. Okay, so the next one is the Jinhao 100. And the color in this is Noodler's Legal Blue. This is a fine nib. So this one writes really, really well on the paper. So this is a Jinhao 100. So this one writes really, really well on the paper. It has a lot of feedback, but it's not scratchy. It's really smooth, and it has some feedback. It's like it has a grip to the paper. So this is my Pilot Vanishing Point, and it has Private Reserve Avocado, and this is an extra fine nib. So extra fine nib, Japanese nibs are completely different than European extra fine. Japanese nibs are extremely fine. Like, they are really a true extra fine. Which is why I love Japanese nibs. The only Japanese nib I do not like is the Sailor. Ugh, y'all. I do not like that nib. It's super, super scratchy. So the Pilot Vanishing Point writes really, really well on this paper. And then this is my newest baby. This is the Jinhao 9036 in Natural Cherry Wood. This is a fine nib, and the color that's in this is Ferris Wheel Press Emerald Gardens. And I'm trying to see if there is another pen that I can test that is completely different. Let's see, my Pelikan M200 in copper. And this is an extra fine nib. And the color that's in here is Andurilium Spoonbill Roseate Pink. And I actually am an affiliate for Andurilium. They sell really, really beautiful inks. I bought 2 inks at the pen show, and I absolutely loved them. And it was so sweet of them to reach out to me like 2 weeks ago and like, hey, we love your post. Would you like to be an affiliate for us? And I was like completely shocked. And I'm like, seriously? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. And then so my code is Eliza10. If you would like to go see their inks. I mean, their inks, y'all, are really beautiful. I'm not telling y'all this just to be telling y'all this. And I'm not trying to sell y'all nothing. But I only PR or become an affiliate for products that I really, really love. And not to go off on a tangent, but I don't believe in being affiliate for people whose products I don't 100% genuinely love and won't use every day. If I PR for you or if I'm an affiliate, I have to love your products genuinely even before I are, even before I'm asked to be an affiliate, or even before I apply to be on like a PR team, because it's important that you put out content that you really, really love, not because someone is asking you to be on their PR team because they like your style and your creativity. So with that being said, I will never promote products that I really, really don't love, because I'm just not that type of person. I'm not going to entice other people to buy things that I don't even use. And that messes with my moral and ethical component of my brain. So make sure you just check out their website. Their inks are really, really amazing. The colors are so vibrant. I don't even know how they get the colors the way that they get them. They all, like, their colors remind me of the Sailor Ink Studio series. Like, the vibrancy of their colors, that's just like really what it reminds me of. And that's what drew me to their inks. I was like, oh my gosh, these inks are amazing. But anyway, so this is the Spoonbill Pink from Endyrium, and look at that, y'all. Pretty. So this is the Pelikan M200 Copper. And y'all, I bought this pen at the pen show. Do y'all know I waited 3 months for this pen to come out? This is actually one of Pelikan's cheaper pens. This pen retail prices at $184. And to be honest, at the pen show, I was kind of mad though. I'm not trying to like knock anybody, but when you go to the pen show, most of the time they're selling the pens open box. And most of the times if you think about retail, if you go into a shoe store like Nike, when it's open box, they're selling it for a discounted price. It's not that much discounted, but it's like they're selling it like discounted price because it's open box. Like, no one wants to buy shoes with the torn off top. So they were like selling pens like open box. So it was only certain companies actually selling the pens like a little bit cheaper, maybe like 10% off. But this pen was $184, and yes, I did ask them to send me the box. Sure did. I'm like, can y'all send me that box? Because I want that box and all the contents that come with it. So when I got the box, it was like a whole pen pouch in the box. I mean, like, the box is really pretty. It's like silver. It had a pen pouch in it. It had cartridges in it. So think about, had they not sent me the box, like, literally the box itself probably was worth $20 with all the contents in it. Anyway, so I really like that pen. To be honest, that Pelikan M200 is totally worth the $184. To date, I think that is my most expensive pen. I probably will never go over $180 for a pen unless it's a Pelikan, because they write really, really well. The nib is smooth. But anyway, let's get back to I jumped off. So let's get back to the original video. So as you can see here, I'm gonna turn on the back. The Pelikan, the swatch came through just a little bit. So you see a little bit of tiny bleed through with the Jinhao 9036. With the Pelikan, some ghosting with the, I'm trying to make sure I'm getting right. The ghosting with Pilot Vanishing Point, and with the TWSBI, you definitely see bleed through. And the Benu, you see tiny little bit of bleed through. The Jinhao 86, you see a tiny little bit of bleed through and some ghosting. And then the Wordsworth in black, complete bleed through. To me, that's just complete bleed through. If I could read what's on the back, that's just complete bleed through. And then the Lamy Safari green, you can see nothing at all. So all that to say is, I think it depends on Number one, the absorption of the paper, the wetness of the ink, and also the wetness of the nib, because if you look at these, TWSBIs are very juicy. It doesn't matter what color you put in the TWSBI, it's coming out like a medium nib, like a medium fine nib. The Jinhao 100 did not bleed through at all, but you do see some ghosting, so that's really good. And to be honest, the Noodler's Legal Blue is this color. This bleeds through my Habino, so I'm very surprised that it did not bleed through at all on this 100 GSM. So basically my rating for this is a 6 out of 10, only because of the bleed through. So this is like a 6 out of 10. Would I actually purchase this? No. So I'm glad I only ordered one pack. Maybe this would do better with rollerball pens, which that is an abomination to me. Y'all, I'm sorry. I crack myself up sometimes. That is just a no. I don't use rollerball pens unless they're Zebra Sarasa Grands. And I think in my last video, I showed y'all what Zebra Sarasa Grands are, which these are the only ballpoint pens that I actually write with because they look elegant. They have gold trimming. These are amazing. And I absolutely love these. I have refills for all of them. And it's a 0.5 nib. So I absolutely love these. So even, see that? Even with the Zebra Sarasa Grand, it bled through a tiny... Hold on. Y'all, I'm lying. No, it didn't. Okay. Actually, it didn't. So, to be honest, that's why I said I think maybe a rollerball type pen would be really, really good for this paper. So, now, would I get this paper for fountain pens? Absolutely not. Because, to be honest, it's going to bleed through. Period. Now, would I get this for... if I was using strictly just like rollerball pens? Yes. So, now on to the next. I hope I'm not talking y'all head off. Okay, so the next is this one. So I only bought one pack of this as well. And sorry for shaking the camera. This was, I think, $8 as well. So this is 120 GSM. I actually found this and I was like, let me go ahead and do my video just in case I really like it. And I'm trying to like hurry up and do my review just in case it's sold out. Hopefully it's not sold out, because y'all know how Amazon is. It be sold out in like 2 days. So I'm trying to see if this is something I want to do, because I'm trying to make my decisions now so I don't have to do all of this come out later. I hate waiting to the last minute. I like getting all my materials early. I'm like an early bird. So I know people like, there's no way you're getting ready for the new year. I am. And I try not to count my chickens before they hatch, but I am just getting myself ready for what's to come, because I don't like waiting till the last minute. So we're going to use the same pens. So I'll just start off with the Zebra Sarasa Grand. And of course this grid is a little bit bigger. And then we'll use the Lamy. This one's running out of ink because I used a lot of this already. And I'm hoping to be able to write 2 lines per grid. Or most of the time what I do to make the grid look really full is I write in the middle of the grid. And what I mean by that is, I'll show you with this Wordsworth in black. Like that. I usually write in the middle of the grid to make it look really full. Philo Planner is amazing. I know I talk about her, but she literally writes, like, I swear y'all, she can get like 3 lines in this 5mm grid. It's ridiculous. I'm like, I don't think I write that. I write small, but not that small. But I do love writing in the middle of my pages. I really don't like writing on the line. I actually feel like my writing is a lot sloppier when I write on the line for some reason. Like if you look at this, and this, it just looks so different when I write in the middle of the page. So with my Pilot Vanishing Point, I literally would have to write 2 lines per grid because the needle is just, the nib is just so small. So far the paper is really smooth. I really like the smoothness of the paper, and I love that it's white because that's the color that I was going for. A lot of the paper that I see is like cream or tan, and those colors don't look good with white outlines, with stickers that are outlined in white or black. So, and the stickers that I'll be using next year have like that white matte finish, so it just wouldn't look really good at all with tan or cream. And I love the way that it absorbs this Noodler's Legal Blue. I absolutely love the way it absorbs the color. You can actually really see like that true blue. This is also one of my favorite colors, the Sailor Manyo Shirakashi. It's like a dark olive green. And of course, my favorite brown, Robert Oster Honeybee. And let me tell y'all a little bit of information about the Benu. I think this is this is a fine nib because they only had fines at the pen show. So I have fine nibs in both of these. The Benu Euphoria Earl Grey. So these are both fine nibs, which they're gorgeous. So one thing about the Benu pens, if you look at it, it does this with any paper that I've written on. It feathers. It doesn't matter what ink I put in here, it writes extremely juicy. Even in my Habino, it writes extremely juicy, but not as juicy as this. So I have to be careful, especially with Robert Oster inks too, because Robert Oster inks can be a little wet. So, but I know their nibs writes extremely juicy. Just like TWSBI's, like if you see the TWSBI in the Benu, they're just juicy, period. And it doesn't matter what I put in my TWSBI, it writes juicy like that. Okay, so this is the last one, is the Jinhao 86. Ooh, I love the way it writes on this. Jinhao 86. Okay, so let's see. So I'm kind of nervous to look on the back because I'm like, man, I'm trying to find the right paper because this paper if this paper works, it would completely be in my price range. There's no way I'm paying $19 for 32 sheets of paper. Absolutely not. Oh, yes. Absolutely no bleed through on the back, whether the pen was juicy or not. I do see some ghosting with the Benu. You probably can't see that. I wouldn't even think you could see that, but I can see it. There is some ghosting, slight ghosting with the Benu, with the Jinhao 100. Remember I told y'all that Noodler's Legal Blue was really juicy. So some ghosting with the Noodler's Legal Blue. And then this Wordsworth in black. The color in this is Colorverse Haho Mask. So definitely I see some ghosting with those colors, but absolutely no bleed through. So my rating would be a 8 out of 10, only because I see the ghosting. I don't really have a reason. I don't really have like a measurement tool, but I would just say this is an 8 out of 10, only because, like I said, I see the ink ghosting on the back, which is not a problem because I still would be able to write on the back of this. So what I probably will do is, of course, I will use a page for like a pen test page, and I would just advise you to use a pen test page in every notebook or in all of your rings. Just have, or any of your inserts, so just have like an extra page in the back of your rings to just test the ink before you use it. So I would advise you to, depending on like what you're going to currently ink the pen with. So if you know you're going to use like a TWSBI Persian blue, just ink it up a little bit, or just pretty much like what I usually do is, if I know I'm going to use a pen and I'm going to pen test, I usually just take the pen, instead of filling it up with ink, take the pen, stick it into the ink, and then it travels up the feeder. Like I leave it in for about 10 seconds and it travels up the feeder itself. Don't turn it. Well, depending on if you have a TWSBI, but don't turn it. And then just do a pen test with it to see what is the absorption of the paper with the ink and the pen, because all that matters. So I've been like, I'm not a master of fountain penology, but as my fountain pen knowledge grows, I'm just learning that it has a lot to do with the paper, the pen, and how wet or dry the ink is. So I will most definitely be adding this to my cart right after this video, because I think I've found my paper. So just let me know in the comments what you think about the video, what you think about the paper, what you think about just the information. And I really appreciate you for watching. And if you stayed through the entire video, thank you. I really appreciate it. Give me a green heart in the comments if you stayed to the end. And until next time, thank you for watching. Bye.